We're playing Ace Attorney. Hi, well, bestie, how are you? Hopefully my brain is awake today. I had a butt ton of oatmeal with yogurt and apples and a hash brown. Well, hopefully my brain is more awake. If not, we're gonna get a little snack. Okay, this time I will not put it off. I will go get a little snack. You know, too fast, oh god, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, this is a long tutorial. I'm bad, yep. Mood. I totally understand. But, no work. And we can laugh at these goofy characters. Hopefully. Hopefully. It's icky weather. It's like raining. Disgusting. And it's like cold enough on the ground where all the puddles are ice. So, did not go for my little mild W word with the doggy. Because it's disgusting outside. I'm not walking in that. Oh, she heard me. Ah! She heard me say the word. Surprisingly warm. Isn't it supposed to have like bad weather on that side of the... Or am I making that up? I might be making that up. Is it moving towards that area? I don't remember. Just icky. It's not really like bad. I think... I don't know, it's just not nice. And it's making my nose run a lot, so I'm gonna be blowing my nose. So, I want it to be warm. I want warm weather. I want it. There was a bad storm the other day, but now it's 60 and sunny. Oh, 60 and sunny sounds wonderful. Really taking a long time to type that one out. But my water bottle, if I put my water bottle on this side, I can't fucking see. So, I need to plug my phone in before. That's why I decided to stream. I'm a little bored. I was gonna stream later today, but I was like, I'm bored. So, I want to play this game. I could have played like other games. But if the internet is fine, I didn't want to risk not having internet later, you know? Okay. Let's get into it. It is the 22nd of November at 11:38 in the morning. We're in the Supreme Court of Judicature, the defendant's antechamber 5. Oh, there he is. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. That was superb. Oh, my heart was in my mouth the entire time. It was almost unbelievable. I mean, look at you in there. You were drenched in sweat, your eyes popping, your knees knocking, and you were grinding your teeth. It was a grim sight. Before I knew it, you'd started finding inconsistencies in the testimonies. I think you might have a natural talent for being a lawyer. Forget it, it's terrifying. If I get through this, I don't ever want to see the inside of a courtroom again. Ha ha ha. Anyways, it looks like we've exposed your phantom lady at last. Oh yeah. Miss Giselle Brett, a student from Great Britain, is she? That's what I was trying to tell everyone from the start. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone. There was a young woman with him, like I've been saying all along. Yes, you have, haven't you? So, like... If he didn't give us his card where he said he was like a cop or whatever on his little business card, would we be going to jail right now? I think we would be going to jail right now, right? I do feel as if there was not enough evidence of someone actually being there. People are lying. They're lying. And I could have been in jail. I forgot I'm wearing a little bit of lipstick, so I gotta wipe this off of the applicator so I don't put it with the rest of the lip gloss. That's how it works. I might not be overly confident in the courtroom, but my powers of observation are one thing I am sure of. Yes, I can see that. So, about this young gentlewoman. Thanks to our detective friend, she was hastily escorted away from the scene, it seems. Did you see what happened with that? No. No, I didn't see any of it. Why did he pick it up? I guess you don't think, maybe. I don't know. Silly goose. Just on my way out of the restaurant myself, then on the floor next to Dr. Wilson's table, I noticed there was a gun lying on the floor, and just after I bent down and picked it up, bang. I didn't have time to think about where the sound of the gunshot had come from. The waiter ran over to me, looking as white as a sheet, and he bundled me into some sort of small pantry next to the kitchen. Fast thinking by the detective, he apprehended his suspect without a moment's delay. Yes, and because I was shut in the pantry, I have no idea what happened outside in the dining area. Huh. Ah, there you are. Well done, both of you. Professor Mikatoba. Well, it seems I was right. The pair of you make an outstanding team. You've exceeded my expectations, I have to say. Yes, it seems you planned this from the start. You arranged things so that I wouldn't be able to act as a lawyer in this trial. Our modern country is still in its infancy, our justice system even more so, which is why I firmly believe that we need to send our brightest young stars overseas to learn all they can. He said, I wanted to avoid a situation that may have resulted in your study tour to Great Britain being cancelled. Well, it makes no difference. Lawyer or otherwise, but I'm the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the worst crisis of his life. I shouldn't waste everyone's time by going to study overseas anyway. I literally have a concussion. I'm having such a hard time imagining the scene they're trying to set. Like, did all of this happen in a literal second? Have you played an Ace Attorney game? Because, like, you get the full story as the, like, it goes on, as the case goes on for some reason. Because it is, like, I don't know how to it's a novel, and in its entirety, it is a visual novel that you're puzzle solving, sorta. So we don't know, because we're Ryunosuke, and we don't know a lot until he decides to tell us more. Because, like, he didn't say anything in this first part about being pushed into a pantry. So, like, it is kind of weird, because I get it, because, like, you don't want to give too much away. I have never aced an attorney. You might love this series, I think. I think you would love this series. Especially the last one is so gay. It is so gay. If you like that is, I mean, these games aren't gay, let's be real. So we learn more about the case as time goes on. Sorta. I don't know. Because I don't even know what's happening. I'm just like, yeah, they're lying. It kind of makes me nostalgic for the Professor Layton games. And that's the thing, I've never played Professor Layton. So, like, maybe I should play a Professor Layton game, but I think I would be a little too dumb for Professor Layton. But they aren't they the same? Or, like, they had a collab. Who makes Professor Layton? Because they just announced a new one. Because the business that does Professor Layton, I think, went under, but they're back or something? Right? I don't know, but they did have like a Ace Attorney Professor Layton crossover that I'm interested in. But I don't know if I need to know more about Professor Layton or more about Ace Attorney. Because I know about Ace Attorney. I don't know about Apollo Justice and the second one that's similar to Apollo Justice. I tried to buy it on my 3DS, but I can't log into my Nintendo Network ID, and in order to get that information, I have to call Nintendo. I can't send them a ticket, I can't message them, like do a chat. I have to call them to get the email to log in to this DS account to buy the game through the store. And I'm really frustrated, because I'm like, I could probably just get rid of the Nintendo Network ID and then, like, but there is like 2 or 3 games on here that are linked to my Nintendo Network ID. So I don't really know. I don't know what the fuck to do. But I also thought I had like 3 other games on here that are not on here. So I don't fucking know. I really don't fucking know. So This is why they make pirated games. Because I was going to buy the Ace Attorney or the Apollo Justice game for $4. I can't get in. I'm upset. I'm like, I don't want to call. I could. It's probably not that big of a deal. Multi-billion. Fucking Nintendo. Hi, Chris. How are you? Are you on spring break? I hope everyone is having a good spring break. It is not spring here. I'm hoping it will be soon. I want to. So true, bestie. Thank you for following. God save boobs. So true, so true. I'm doing good, Chris. Have you ever played an Ace Attorney game? I love this game so far, and I love the original trilogy. I love the original trilogy. My nose is running so bad. Oh, I love this game series. I do love it. I'm glad they put this on the Switch, because I wanted to play it for a little bit, and it's on sale. It is literally reading. It is only reading. It is, it is a novel. What is Ides? I don't know what the Ides of March are. I don't know what that means. I don't know what any of that means. I feel bad. What is happening? Am I being pranked right now? Am I being pranked? Should I turn off my alerts? Am I being pranked? Ides of March is basically just the middle of March, and it's the day Caesar was killed by the Roman Senate. That is so fucking funny, because I'm playing as Rome in my Civ 6 game, and I have no idea. I took an ancient Rome class. I did drop it in college because I didn't go to class. That's why I don't know anything. I'm loving Civ 6. No pranks. Okay. Thank you for the follow, Smear Tits Honey. I just got 2 boobies that followed me. That's why I'm like, am I being pranked? Oh my gosh. But hello, y'all too. It's just funny. I don't know. It's funny. The boobs mafia. I love it. We do love the boobs mafia. I have 50 million in Rise of Kingdom, and only because I started off with the Roman. What is Rise of Kingdom? I don't know that one. Reflexively switching it to mod view for nothing. You're like, I'm scared. That's why I'm like no offense to y'all too, but like, I was like, weird timing. Thank you, Ari, with the Prime for 6 months. Thank you, Ari. How are you? Hi, Juju. Better call Juju. We got boobies here. We got Juju. We got Ari. We got Well Bestie. We got Chris. We got, well, Smear Tits Honey. What do you like to be called? Do you like to be called Honey? Do you like to call Smear? Do you like to be called Tits? God Save Boobs could be God Save or Boobs. You are VIP because you are your designated lawyer status. You are the sole person that was like, okay, people are gonna watch this. And people are, actually. I am hydrating. Look, I got my Gatorade. It's actually from yesterday. I didn't finish it. Give treats. Give the treats. I don't know where to put my fucking water. My water bottle. And for Chloe, too. Mod view is stressful. I freaking hate it too. I hate it too. The only thing I have when it comes to mod view is I have the little icons that like delete, ban, or timeout. I have those next to it. That's really it though, because it's pretty easy to be like, don't want that there, you know? You know? Oh, they're here. They're looking at me. Mod view is kind of ugly. I think it's ugly. The streamer view too, like that's like the Twitch one, not the OBS one, is ugly too. I don't like that. It's It's ugly. It's too much. I can figure things out, supposedly. Shield mode helps, though, when you do get, like, rated. I do like the idea of shield mode. Streamer view is, I don't need to see my stream. Like, I don't need... Why is my camera, like, brightening so much? I need to, like, fix that. Why does it keep doing that? Like, auto-focusing, auto-exposing way too much. There we go. It keeps doing that. I don't know what's going on with that. Let me put these treats down before they yell at me. Stream review is ugly. Because it takes more internet to upload your stream too. But I don't know, my internet's not fine. Spectrum is an evil, evil company. The evil company. But hello everyone. We are playing more of this game. And I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. The VODs, yesterday's VOD will be uploaded tomorrow. And then this one will be uploaded Saturday. That's the plan. I am very proud of the thumbnail I made for the VODs. So. I may have drew me as Ryunosuke. Oh, I gotta flat out the air in the treat bag. I'm surprised Twitch let y'all have those usernames. Tits and boobs? Well, I guess because you could argue it's not tits, but boobs is an interesting one that they would let you have. Am I being weird? Maybe. There's gotta be some words that they don't let you have, right? My brother uses turd in his name most of the time, and Fortnite was like, no, you can't have that. True, squishy cooter. Cooter is one that could get by censors. Yeah, exactly. I guess you could. So goofy. So goofy. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. Squishy cooter. I'm like, is cooter... Could it have another meaning? I don't know. I don't know. But you're right. But someone mean could be like, no. You know, and report it. It's like, sucks. Let people live. Unless it's like a mean name. There's like some mean names out there too. Scared of reading them sometimes. Where am I? Smearts. Honey. There we go. I shouldn't waste everyone's time by going to study overseas anyway. What? What are you saying, Kazuma? So that's your stance. I was afraid you feel that way. Kazuma? Well then, it looks like it all comes down to you, young man. Oh, they're looking at me. To me? Yes. You need to prove your innocence and uncover what really took place in that restaurant. I got a yummy raisin bun and got powdered sugar all over my key. Oh god, no! No! I hate cleaning my keyboard. It's one of my least favorite things. I have popcorn all over it because I spilled popcorn on it. I'm like, Powdered sugar's worse though. It gets in like the crevices. Oh no! You know, you need one of those little desktop not microphones. Oh my god. Desktop vacuums. Then they're like little and they're like me. I need one of those too. Maybe I should not be snacking around my keyboards. I should not be doing it, yet I do it. I do it anyways. Bad. It's real bad. I did, my friend sent me like a Amazon link to like a fan, like a powerful fan that you can like dust your computer, dust your like keyboard and stuff. I'm like, I need to get that, and I keep putting it off because my computer's a little dusty. Probably should clean it. I'm scared to touch her right now because the air is so dry. And it's staticky, and I don't want to break something though, because I probably will. Probably will break something. Anyways, I must say, I very much want to know the truth. After all, I have a personal connection to this case. Personal connection? Come to think of it, he said the same thing earlier this morning, didn't he? If you don't mind me asking, Professor, did you know the victim? Yes, I did. As you're probably aware, Dr. John H. Wilson was a visiting professor at UMA, and it was I who invited him. I see. I didn't know that before. Anyway, you're about to go into battle. The victim was a university professor from Great Britain, and a well-known one at that. Naturally, our government is looking to identify and punish the culprit as quickly as possible. But let's not forget who we're going up against. The gentlewoman whose involvement our police bureau went to extraordinary... The gentlewoman whose involvement our police bureau went to extraordinary... The gentlewoman whose involvement... Oh, what is the pacing of the sentence? The gentlewoman whose involvement our police bureau went to extraordinary lengths to hide. I don't know the pacing of that sentence. I have to go get my head checked, so I'm gonna be looking. Get your head checked. Take care of yourself. Concussions are no joke. Get your head checked. You have to go to the doctor, unfortunately. The best thing to do. That was a weird sentence. Yes. I feel like there should have been like a that or a comma somewhere, but maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I took Chloe on the over before stream, like 20 minutes before. She just stood there. She didn't even potty. I feel like I'm regretting that because she's staring at me now. Yes, and I'm sure the prosecution will be using every tool at their disposal to quash your case, but I have no doubt that you pair will put up a good fight right to the last. All right, my pillow is shifting to the side, which is annoying. There we go. There we go. I decided to use Snorlax. Oh, you can't see it. Snorlax as my lumbar pillow. And then use this one as my seat pillow. One day I'll get a new chair. One day. Today is not the day. You know how expensive those bitches are? Too expensive. You know, I said something about plugging my phone in it, and then I didn't fucking do it. It's fine. Best of luck. Thank you. Now then. I need you to run an errand at the university at once. There's something I think we may need. Of course. Good luck. Oh, I didn't read that. It's fine. I don't think so. Defendant Naruhodo. Court recess is over. Please make your way back inside the courtroom at once. It's time. Let's get back to it, partner. I love how he says partner. Let's go in there and deal a decisive blow before those old fossils know what hits them. What's hit them? Kazuma? What? Thank you. Really? What for? Well, if you hadn't said you believed me, then I'm fairly sure I'd already have been found guilty by now. Look, I have faith in you. As a lawyer, and as a friend. Coming from you, that means a lot. If I'm found guilty in this trial, he's really going to give up on the dream of studying abroad. That's the kind of true friend he is. So this isn't just any battle anymore. Whoever we're up against, we absolutely cannot afford to lose. What do all the badges mean on his little... Did we find out? Alright then. I'll save the thank yous for after the trial. I know that one of those is like, I'm a lawyer. Or, I don't know. Maybe. You can treat me to one of those sukiyaki meals I like from Yume Cafeteria on University Street. With an extra large portion, of course. Teehee. He says take me out on a date. Teehee. So, these are gays. Alright, we don't need all that noise. It's now 12:09. We're in courtroom 2. I think the attorney's badge is on the arm in this game, and one of those on the lapel is the university badge. I gotcha. I gotcha. The court hereby resumes the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Prosecutor Achi, have you managed to subpoena the witness? Subpoena? Is that how you pronounce that? Yes, Your Excellency, against all odds. Thanks to a certain young stripling, the prosecution is now under rather painful scrutiny from the government. Ugh, sorry. Yay! These are all words that I read more than actually heard. Look, I was trying to get into pre-law, not actually law, not law. Because at UT, it's weird. It's fucking weird to get. You have to get into pre-law before law school. I don't know. It was really complicated. And that is also one of the reasons why I gave up. UT was a little freaky college sometimes with the way they did things. The government scrutinized, that's their job, it's nothing to worry about. It's highly unlikely that the good relations we forged with Great Britain will emerge from this trial unscathed. But you still think it's nothing to worry about when the new treaty breaks down and our nation founders? Again, terribly sorry. He has a star. We don't have a star. The friendship between our nations is really so fragile, then the treaty isn't worth the paper it's written on. You really have nothing to worry about, Ryunosuke. What do you mean? A secret trial, anxiety over some foreign government's opinions, a bungled investigation, missing witnesses. Is this what our nation's justice system is? Is this the Supreme Court of Japan or of England? Damn. Shut up, you jumped up rookie boy. You and your friend know nothing of the situation our nation finds itself in. Damn, he wiped all that sweat off. By aligning ourselves with the great world power, we'll become strong. Diplomacy has never been more critical. Steady political maneuvering is what will secure our futures. I love the little eye, like the eye, he's giving side eye. I won't deny that I am no expert. I'm just a student and one who could arguably study harder too. But standing here now under Supreme Court, there is one thing that I feel very strongly. A country that fails to uphold the truth in its justice system is a country with no future at all. Damn. Okay. Gagged them. Well said, Ryunosuke, despite the wide-eyed look of terror. You little brats. Thank you, Counsel. This court is the pinnacle of our nation's justice system. It exists solely for the pursuance of truth. With that in mind, this trial will now resume with the next witness taking the stand. The visiting student from Great Britain, Miss Giselle Brett. Yes. Your Excellency. Interesting. Oh, okay. Well, what a delight it is to welcome such a fine gentlewoman to Japan, and from such a distant land. Tea? Someone bring English tea. In England, no discussions take place without tea. Is that true? No idea. So, could we possibly trouble you to state your name and occupation for the court? Of course. Is he like a translator? My name is Satoru Hosonaga. I have been working undercover as the head waiter at La Carnival, but my true... Yeah, we know about you already. Inspector Hosonaga, what are your manners? In England, it's always ladies first. Is that true? I have no idea. More importantly, a little earlier today, you said something to me. You said your powers of observation are the one thing you're sure of. Yeah, I think I did, didn't I? Yet your description for this amazing sight was simply a woman. Gay! Sorry, Ryunosuke, but the powers of observation aside, your powers of description sorely lacking. Guilty. So, dear lady, once again, if we may trouble you for your name and occupation, please. My nose, dude. She's just a white lady. Okay, Phantom Thief. Yeah, I had a feeling it was gonna be a language barrier moment. It's a good font. It's a good font. I'm terribly sorry, dear lady, but... What? That's what English looks like, yeah. That is so right. What is happening here? The lady says her name is Giselle Brett. She comes from London, England. It looks like sloppy Arabic. We have a few Arab people in this community. Arabic is the language, right? I was corrected about this a while ago. Man, I'm stupid. I'm gonna shut up. She's a visiting research student, currently enrolled in UMA University's medical faculty. What is she researching? Oh my, what a rare treat to hear the dulcet tones of the delightful language of the British people. I'm afraid I don't understand a word you said, but it was as beautiful as a hummingbird song. As far as I can tell. The detective is translating her words faithfully enough. Yes, I agree. And you'll obviously do fine in England, Kazuma. Her English doesn't rattle you at all, does it? Nor you. You've clearly been paying attention in your English classes, Ryunosuke. The court thanks the beautiful lady for taking the stand. Chill out. Now, if it may trouble you to confirm something, Miss Brett. She has no idea what they're saying. 3 days ago, at a restaurant called La Carnival, a grim murder took place. The court has been led to believe that you were dining here with the victim, Dr. Wilson, at the time. We have to kiss her ass, because she's white. Oh, this is interesting. I do like how they're doing this. She says, yes. That was a lot of words for yes. This could take some time. So even though she's studying here in Japan, she can't speak any Japanese? None? That's a long sentence. Lou! She'd like to apologize for disappearing from the scene. She says that she was due to make a presentation at the university, so she had to leave immediately. Interesting. When you're the one who engineered her escape. We're just following special orders from the Bureau. Well now, dear lady, would you be so kind as to cast your eyes over this I messed his voice up, but it's fine. Photographic print. She was eating a steak. Seeing as you were so unfortunately present at the scene of the crime, could it be that your splendid eyes caught sight of the wicked perpetrator, perhaps? Apparently it was very frightening and sorrowful sight. Do you mean to say? Yes, it would appear the lady did witness the crime. The very moment when the accused standing right there in this courtroom shot the victim in cold blood. Okay. Order in the court. Did you hear that, Your Excellency? Here we have an absolutely conclusive witness statement. Then why did they try to hide her? Well, looks like it's clear now. Clear with who our real enemy is. Oh my god, he's pulling out the fucking sword. He's going crazy. Going fucking crazy. Oh my god, jump scare of my picture. Unfortunately, I will have to ask you to formally testify if you please. My headset's like annoying me today. Maybe I should pull out the Hello Kitty one. It's like really annoying me today. The like cable annoying. Kindly tell the court the exact nature of this frightening and sorrowful sight you described. Looks like a bunch of R's. I see of. Okay. Okay. Frightening and sorrowful sight. Uh-huh. I had arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself only a beef steak. After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor, and they got into a fierce argument. Damn, she eating a steak with the corset. Like, that's crazy. She do not care. And not long afterwards, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes. I don't carry a gun myself, so obviously I couldn't have been the culprit. They don't check for fingerprints in this era, right? This is... No, I didn't have any kind of argument with the professor at all. Quiet, you filthy wretch. Look at you, you black-hearted blackguard, and look at this Snow White angel. Racist. I'm sure even a dark-minded scoundrel like you can imagine whose words the court is going to believe. You're still making the same mistakes, Ryunosuke. You mustn't blurt out when you're goaded like that. That's a lesson you need to learn. But he's so annoying. Of course, I was at the scene as well. I took statements from this lady and the 2 witnesses who testified before and reported back to the bureau. It was decided that Miss Brett was not involved, so I let her go. The testimonies of the last 2 witnesses were completely worthless, however. Well, even so, on the day in question, the lady was wearing the same outfit as she is today. As you can see, there is nowhere about her person where she could conceal a firearm. Fingerprinting dates back to 300 BC China. Some racism, xenophobia in the game that feels very uncomfortable as an American, but I guess Japanese player. This game, what, came out, you said 2017, the latest one? Anywhere from 2015 to 2017. Probably that, like, that was, I want to say like after 2015 is when people started being more aware that words have meaning, you know? I want to say this ER is bumping. Oh, I fucking hate the ER. I hate the ER. Ugh. I don't know, when my gallbladder hurt though, they immediately took me in. I didn't even have to sit down. They were like, oh, just come. I was like, there's like 20 people in the fucking room. And I'm like, I like told them, I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's my gallbladder, it's here. I had a bowel passing, it didn't fix the pain. Blah 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 blah. And they're like, okay, go straight to the back. I'm like, okay. That really shook me. I don't know. It's interesting cultural differences in player base. True, because a lot of people don't like to talk about how colorism is such a thing in other Asian countries too, you know, and most, I know Japan is like its own country, but like it's still like a problem in other Asian countries. It's interesting. I would think she could hide a gun almost anywhere in that outfit if she wanted to. She's wearing a fuck ton of layers. I know that's right. It's telling me to stand. I'm not standing. I don't know what to do. I don't want to do that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Unless and until the precise location where the witness is to have a hidden weapon can be shown, this is moot. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. Those are the witness's own words on the matter. Girlie, I know those outfits could hide knives and the boots and stuff like that. I know those things. Ugh, that's ridiculous. If only I was allowed to lift up her dress. Chill out. Chill out, Ryunosuke. Chill out. Like, literally, there's a lot of things she could hide it in. Don't think about doing anything rash, Ryunosuke. I didn't fire the gun I picked up. There must have been another gun there that day. You're right about that. Which means this lady was hiding a gun somewhere. Yes, that's what we have to prove now. And to do so, we will need to pull her testimony apart. She's smiling. The defense may now cross-examine. Oh yes, Your Excellency. Excellency is an interesting word. Frightening and sorrowful sight. I arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. We are going to press that. After 2 p.m., in fact, that's really quite a late lunch, isn't it? You don't keep up with the latest fashions from Britain, do you? Late luncheons are in vogue, isn't that right? No. No. Ugh. A decisive English no has quite a sting to it. What is no in Japanese? The gentlewoman is currently working in the victim's research laboratory, it seems. So it's apparently a daily occurrence that they would have lunch together. But on the day in question, the victim had another appointment at the clinic first. EA? EA? Or E? EA? EA. How do I not know what no is? I know a lot of words in Japanese. I don't know no. That is interesting. Yes, which we can prove on the medical report card that was submitted as evidence earlier. That's right. Miss Brett and the victim went to lunch following the victim's treatment, which is why it was so late. Man, Ryunosuke is making me look dumb. It's like the formal no. I feel like anime characters usually just do that. Yeah. Yeah. Like that. That all makes perfect sense. I haven't watched anime in a bit, though. I don't know. I have too many hobbies to watch anime. As silly as that sounds. Because a lot of people watch anime as a hobby, but I have a lot of other hobbies that I like a little bit more than watching TV. If that makes sense. Such wonderful logic, what a shining example of English intelligence this— oh wait. Such wonderful logic, what a shiny example of English intelligence this fine gentlewoman is. But then again, I could watch anime while eating, so we could watch like one episode. I'm making excuses. Hi, Necrocade. It's embarrassing me whenever I try to remember a Japanese pronunciation, I say in the voice of a Naruto character or whatever iconic character said the word. That's not embarrassing. I feel like, isn't there like a... what is the word? If your first language isn't English, you tend to watch a lot of media and you learn like American media or like just English speaking media, right? You learn English through that. I think a lot of kids relate to that, especially if English is not their first language. I saw something recently that was like, for a lot of kids in like the mid 2010s, which is weird to fucking say, that like YouTubers help them speak English better. I was like, interesting, very interesting, because that makes sense. I feel like that makes sense, and I don't know. I think the internet's a cool thing. Media helps you learn language, so I guess it's not that weird, Necrocade. Isn't no a word in Japanese? Like, actually, no means something? No means something? I don't know. Where's Tim? Tim knows Japanese. And Edo. Edo knows Japanese. Where's Edo? Edo's probably at work. Edo's teaching people Japanese. That's why he's not here. It's like a connecting word. Watching sitcoms and American movies that get subtitled in different languages. So when I was learning Spanish, I would watch a lot of Spanish media. Didn't help. I'm stupid. Maybe it would help again. Because I need to watch Los Spookies. My friend loves that show. And I need to watch more Spanish media in general. I would like to relearn Spanish because it is very useful. Very useful. Kimi no na wa. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, because I think My Hero Academia. Boku no Hero Academia. Watashi ga kita. That's all I heard in fucking Fortnite. Watashi ga kita. I am here. Fucking Fortnite has been getting on my nerves, but I'm like, oh yeah, it's spring break. That's why it's getting on my fucking nerves. I'm trying to think of other... No. I didn't even think about that. Because no in Spanish is just no. Love that. That's so right. Okay, so you both arrived at the restaurant. What happened next? I feel like I should give Kazuma the same voice as Kazuma Kiryu from Yakuza. I love Yakuza. Me and my love for Kazumas. Okay, look. they could get it. Are you feeling better today, Necrocade? Professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself only a beef steak. I don't want to press that, but I feel like I need to.
Yes.
That's good, Necrocade. He was unable to eat, you say? And that was because he had just had a tooth removed at a Hada clinic. We need to press everything because there's sometimes more information comes from pressing. Ate Chipotle? Damn, Chipotle is a wise choice after a tummy upset. That is a bold, not wise, bold. Do you get what is your Chipotle order? What is everyone's Chipotle order? I have to know. I love a good. I feel like you know something about a person with their Chipotle order. What kind of food they like? It's, you know. And that was because he had just had a tooth removed. That's right. Okay. You're supposed to actually check with the witness before answering. Was Miss Brett aware of that fact? It seems so, yes. She heard that the professor was to have some dental treatment. So that would mean that was you who ate the stick pictured in that. Is that right, Miss Brett? So why was he sitting in the chair? That actually might be the thing. Why was the photo of him being shot in this chair that I'm over right now, while the steak is on this chair? Why isn't she in this chair? Why isn't he in the other chair? It was a simple bowl with al pastor, green tomatillo, corn salsa, black beans, white rice. That is really simple. No dairy. You said I'm not risking it with the dairy. I'm not risking it. I'm not risking it. I usually get the hot tomatillo. Oh, my eyebrows twitching. I don't like that. No guac. No guac. Guac would probably have been not too bad. I don't know. I don't like guac. I think it's nasty. I think it tastes like dirt. None of my family likes guac, I don't think. I don't think any of us, like, my brother, my sister, my mom don't like guac. I think my mom doesn't like guac. I don't remember. My favorite Mexican meat is carnitas. They don't have carnitas? I thought they did. I think they used to. I thought they did. Now I'm gonna go check right now. I was like, wait, I thought they did. I feel like I'm being Mandela affected right now. They have chicken al pastor, which is new. Let me, yeah. You don't see my location, right? No. Let's see if it focuses. Wait, probably need to go on this one. Is it gonna focus? There it is. Carnitas. Okay, maybe I go. It's like, don't expect like the best Mexican food ever. What I like about it is it's consistent. That's all. my autism is like, it's for the most part a consistent flavor. Sometimes it like there's human error, right? But when I go to a taco truck, sometimes it tastes different, and it throws me off. It's not what I expected, and I don't eat it. It's like silly things like that. I love Mexican food, do not get me wrong, but sometimes when it does not come out how I in my brain want it to come out, I will not eat it. Even though there's nothing wrong with it, I know it probably tastes fine. Just sometimes some of those days makes it awful to eat food. So that's why I eat Chipotle so much, because it's consistent. It is always the same. Yeah, because you also, yeah, you live in California, so it's probably not that. I would give it a shot, maybe. I don't know. I don't think it's like perfect dining food, but it is my favorite fast food, and it's my favorite fast food. Like, I'm eating Chipotle over like McDonald's and stuff, you know, and I don't like a lot of Taco Bell's like rough, because I do love Taco Bell, but I love Chipotle more than Taco Bell. I know, gas. But I'm paying $6 for a chicken quesadilla at Taco Bell, which is fucking crazy. That is crazy right now. That is a crazy price point. I don't know how Chipotle makes their barbacoa either. I need to add BTTV. Does people clap work? It doesn't work on this thing, so I'm assuming no. I need to add that because I do love people clap. I need to add more people. Okay, it didn't work. I just wanted to come I need to open BTTV. I never added the shark either. BBTV, that is not what I wanted to do. Big booty TV. There he is. Okay, I opened it so I remember to do it. I'm not doing it right now, but I'm remembering. Yeah, you probably have a lot better options of food to eat. But if you're like close and you want something fast, Chipotle is it, you know? Like if you're close to something. But then in my Chipotle is always packed busy because everyone wants it. So it's like kind of crazy. This music slaps. I love Rat Jam. That is one of my favorite VTTV emotes. And the Snoop one. I don't remember what it's called, but Joe uses it all the time. I love that one too. The print you have there shows the table exactly as it was left after the horrifying events. Exactly as it was left. Dear me, what a harrowing experience. Harrowing? To have traveled to a distant island on the far side of the world and be embroiled in such a tragic incident. Have no fear, my dear lady. I swear I will crush the evil fiend that has subjected you to this terrible plight. Would you be able to turn up the music? I don't remember this game lets you do music separately from SFX. Damn. I can turn it up a little bit, I think. I can make it go to 35. I think that's good. Is that good? I didn't even check the audio quality on my YouTube VOD. Wait, let me do that real quick. Let me see, actually. Is it good? Is it good? Is it good? Okay, I think it's better now turned up. Okay. There we go. So the victim, Dr. Wilson, had nothing to eat or drink at all. Why does she keep putting the mask on? That's right, other than some carbonated water. He can't have that. I don't think. Just water? You can't have bubbly water. It can cause a pocket. Is it called something? Like a socket pocket? Something? I don't know. I don't think so, because that's why you can't. How did they carbonate it? That is a good question. When was soda a thing? When was the first carbonated drink? What is the history of that? The professor wasn't able to eat, but he had been given permission to drink water. So it appears that the diners toasted their lunch with a glass of water each. They each raised a glass of carbonated water. What do you think, Ryunosuke, about the witness's last statement? I think it's meaningful. Let me check my evidence. It says no food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off. 1760s. I only see one glass. I think there's only one glass of water. Fun fact, sodas used to have prescriptions mixed into them. That makes sense, because I think sodas come from pharmacies. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. The Dr. Pepper, the Dr. Pepper museum that's in Waco. I commented on their, which is, yeah, Dr. Pepper. I commented on their TikTok one of the days and they replied back to me. And I thought that was pretty cool. I love Dr. Pepper. it's very meaningful because there's only one glass in the picture. That last statement of yours, Miss Brett, has a profound bearing on this case. God, my nose is running. I might need to go get more tissues. Well, how fascinating. Do tell us, what is this profound bearing, I have the evidence. Let me see it. Soda wasn't a normal drink until we made root beer 100. Wow. I love root beer. What is your favorite soda? I am a Coke. I like Coke. But when Coke Zero changed their formula, I think it was right during this, it's like right like between the pandemic, I think, because I was living in the apartment that I moved into right when the pandemic started. So 3 years ago when the pandemic started, wild, I was moving into a new apartment. It was huge, and I'm paying what I had that apartment is what I'm paying for this one. And now that apartment that I lived in is like over $2,000 in rent. It's like ridiculous because of, you know, inflation and stuff. Anyways, that's when Coke Zero changed their formula, and I was mad. I was like, this is fucking nasty. I still drink it, but it is not. I don't like the new Coke Zero as much as I like the old Coke Zero. You like Pepsi? Yeah, like 1800s was the beginning of recognizable sodas. Sodas. We need to go on a history of weird things binge, I think. I've been in this ER so long, I hope the nurses are oh Pomna, stop. ER nurses will typically work 12 hours. They're okay, so a nurse's shift ranges anywhere from 8 to 12 hours. And then from there they work a certain number of hours per week. So there can be like, some people will work 2 12-hour shifts a work period. Some people work like 5 8-hour, which is a 40-hour work week. It just depends on what kind of work they want to do, but a nurse's work time is at usually 12 hours, unless they have like kids or they just don't want to work that much. Because most people, I feel like nurses love to work only 3 days a week. I can't do it. Jeremy likes to work 12 hours a week. I cannot do that. I would not, or not 12 hours a week, 12 hours a day. I'm like, no thank you, I'm good on that. The significance of the statement will become apparent when the time is right. The defense calls the witness' last statement to be formally added to the testimony. Well sidestepped, counsel. Very well, Miss Brett. Kindly repeat what you just said to be added to your official testimony. Oh, she's grinning at me. 10 hours, 4 days a week sounds nice, right? To some people, I feel like that could work. To me, no. No. I do not like to work long hours. I hated working 8.5 hours. I hated it. I like 6-hour shifts, but that doesn't get you 40 hours a week. So it kind of fucking sucks. But I like 6-hour shifts. Gladly, she said. That was brilliant, Cosma. I'm going to remember that one. Oh, my nose. Which one? The significance will become apparent when the time is right. I could really use that phrase. The way he holds his sword. I'm so glad we made this more see-through. I needed to see all this. Hope there are some useful tips you're picking up from this experience then. That Ryunosuke. Did I actually... I think I accidentally clicked that. I ordered a beef steak for myself, and the professor and I said cheers over a glass of carbonated water. After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor and they got into a fierce argument. I think, do we need to press everything? I'm gonna go ahead and press everything. Yes! I never got into an argument with the professor. All I did when I noticed him was go over to say hello. We are supposed to ask questions, Ryunosuke. Please don't get angry with me. No, I wasn't directing that retort at you. It was meant for the lady next to you. But anyway, as I said, I did not argue with the professor. I'm afraid your words are in vain. What? Miss Brett does not appear to speak Japanese. No, of course not. Japanese is such a cumbersome language anyway. Oh my god. English is the future. We must all... Sabiku. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. What the fuck? What the fuck? I was like, what? Damn. Anyways, we all must speak English. I wonder. I cannot believe they fucking put that in the game. What the fuck? I wonder if the prosecution will feel that way forever or only in the presence of a beautiful woman. Well, that beautiful woman is telling blatant lies with a completely straight face. I have to find something that will unravel her testimony, no matter how seemingly insignificant it may be. Anyway, it seems that after the argument, the accused briefly returned to his own seat. That part ties in what you said, doesn't it? Yes, I still had some coffee to drink. And the next time you got up after that was when I'd finished my coffee and stood up to leave. She is smiling at us. She is, side-eyeing us. And not long afterwards, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes. Repressing that. What do you mean? Like I said, I did not shoot that gun. And like I said, there's no point in repeating that assertion over and over. Well, I was expecting to be attacked by my own side. Nevertheless, defendant, oh, oops, I didn't read that. Nevertheless, defendant, you can't deny that when the shot rang out in the restaurant, you had a gun in your hand. Well, yeah, I did. But all I did was pick up the gun I saw on the floor next to the professor as I was leaving the restaurant. In fact, yes, there was someone much closer to the victim than me at the time. I didn't read that. I think I wasn't supposed to. The highly suspicious lady in the stand. Objection, that will do, you dirty, rotten scoundrel. Dirty? Call me stinky. Your baseless accusations could be very well cause an international incident, boy. It seems to me that your accusation is just as baseless as ours. What nonsense. The lady is merely stating what she saw. And this is already an international incident as far as I'm concerned anyway. I don't carry a gun myself, so I obviously couldn't have been the culprit. It's all very well saying that, but can you prove it? Absolutely. I verified it personally. You verified it? Yes. Immediately after the incident, I checked to make sure the lady was not carrying a weapon. I distinctly remember her saying, "I'm not." That's all you did? You just asked her? Surely you carried out a physical search, Inspector. No. What? Why on earth not? The Honorable English gentlewoman clearly stated that she did not possess a weapon. There was obviously no need for any further probing into the matter. Or there was no permission given for any further probing into the matter, perhaps. Think what you will. But if you're going to continue with the preposterous claim that a fine lady was concealing a firearm, the prosecution demands that you support your assertion with facts. In other words, he wants evidence. Okay. @ Liu of Su. Im. There's a weird noise. I had to make sure Chloe wasn't doing anything fucking weird. The lady wishes to point out that of course she wanted to stay and assist with the investigation. Pretty privilege and a lighting cop. This is literally the peaked in high school duo. She was in a hurry to give her presentation at the university, so she was compelled to leave. Not to mention the fact that your officer had told you to get the woman out of there. Not get her out of there. No, I just urged her to leave. The lady would like to point out that she in no way meant to run away from the scene of the crime. Which is why she is only too happy to cooperate and testify here in court today, of course. Unlike a certain student who refuses to admit when the game is up. You could at least have the courtesy to pay attention when I'm goading you. Alright. So she's maintaining that you got into an argument with the professor, at the end of which you shot him, which is an in-out, totally unfounded lie. Still, her statement is very compelling. After all, she's an elegant, refined, young, and beautiful gentlewoman from Great Britain. In stark contrast to you, you dress from head to toe in a dull black school uniform. I'm just exactly the same way as you are, except the flapping red ribbons. Well, anyway, this is our only chance to expose her testimony as the fiction that it is. If we can't do that, the trial's over. Even you with your thick skin must be able to feel the murderous looks you're getting from around the room. Only too well, I feel half dead already. And the fact that I can't see a single inconsistency here in her testimony isn't making me feel any better either. The first thing to do is press her on any of her statements that seem even slightly off to you. I did that already. Do that and the opening will present itself, I promise you. I need to expose the true face of this exotic foreigner that's hiding behind the mask. Okay, phantom thief. That's what I should be aiming for in this cross-examination. Alright, I think she's lying about we both had water, or they both had waters. The professor cheers over a glass. Present. Yes! That's it! Let me just confirm something, please. It's to do with this photographic print. Just a short while ago, you spoke of this print showing the victim's table at the crime scene. That it was exactly as it was left. Yes. That is correct, the lady says. Well, that is, it's odd. Very odd. Dear me, what's odd isn't the defense's inability to express itself. Ryunosuke, what is it about the print that looks odd to you? Well, obviously, it's the cheers. The cheers. Miss Brett just told us that she and the professor said cheers over a glass of water. But if that's true, where's the 2 glasses of water? Oh. You're quite right, Counsel. There's only 1 glass pictured here. Are we supposed to be impressed by this nitpicking over I don't know that word. What possible difference does the presence or absence of a glass make on the case? Objection! Minutiae? Minute? Is that how you spell minute? Minutiae? I don't know that word. Could it be that the detective here removed a glass from the table to conceal the lady's presence? Of course not. I would never do something so reckless. But there should have been 2 glasses on the table. Or are you going to try to tell me you can clink with only 1? You're quite right. I certainly took 2 glasses to the table. Manouche, you got it right with the little details. I've never seen that word. So I'm guessing that's where minute comes from. Inspector, what did the lady say? Push up the glasses. It would seem that it was Miss Brett who took the glass from the table. What? It was also terrifying. Everything that happened. I panicked and thought I should try to hide the fact that I had been there at all, she's saying. Good gracious. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. There, as I assured the courts before, this is of no consequence at all. Oh, please. We must remember that the student had just murdered this lady's luncheon companion before her very eyes. Who could blame her for concealing a glass or 2 in her state of disarray? That's absurd. Oh, really? So do we take it that you're now going to accuse this vulnerable young and beautiful woman of mischief? What? No. This can't be put down to mischief. I'd like to know exactly how the lady took the glass from the scene. There's a U in there. You, Lu. Eam. Mm-hmm. That's what my mom's cursive looks like. It's her cursive is so hard to read. It would seem that she slipped into a small handbag she was carrying. So she can hold a gun. See, I wouldn't know how to hold in that thought for a court setting. Because obviously you would need to listen to that, and then you would have to wait for the right time to be like, a handbag can hold a gun, could it not? Or where is this piece of evidence? Yes, Your Excellency, a small handheld pouch commonly carried by well-to-do women in England. So, the beautiful lady has very graciously explained how and why she removed the glass from the scene now. However, the fact remains that this glass has absolutely no bearing on the case. The student had been trying to confuse the court with logical reasoning, but in the end, it comes to nothing. No more pretentious accusations. You have wasted enough time already. Indeed, the lady has offered a satisfactory explanation to why she removed this glass. I think henceforth we can consider the matter to have no bearing on the case. Counsel for the defense, are you in agreement? No. Well, I don't know really. If you want to pursue this matter further, you're going to need to show that it has some deeper significance. Yes, you're right. So she took the glass away in her handbag. If there's a deeper significance there, it's the handbag. Wait, the lady put the glass in her handbag, you say? Yes, do try to keep up. It's already been explained to the court that all English gentlewomen carry handbags for small items. I didn't give him his voice. Let me see, a little while ago, Miss Brett stated the following. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. But what she forgot to mention was her handbag, in which it would be perfectly possible to conceal a gun. Oh, you're right. Well done, partner. I had a feeling you'd pick up on that too. What are you insinuating, you vile blackguard? It's really very simple. I just realized I don't have the captions on, I don't think. Oh no, I do. Beautiful. Really very simple. The gunshot was heard when the defendant picked up the gun from the restaurant floor. As he didn't fire that gun, we can deduce there must have been another firearm at the scene. The true murder weapon, if you will. Can't seriously be suggesting. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes? Did you or did you not search Miss Giselle Brett's handbag on the day of the murder? I did not. As I thought. In other words, another gun, the one that was actually used to kill the professor, could have been hidden in Miss Brett's handbag. Could you argue that I'm reaching? Could you argue that he's reaching? Like, if a good prosecution, if it was like a good prosecutor, could they argue that objection, Your Honor, they're reaching? I don't know. I mean, she did say she had a handbag. Conjecture is an objection, I believe. Conjecture. I'm interested. What is the meaning of this, Inspector? Well, the meaning of what, Professor Achi? Professor Prosecutor Achi. Why on earth did you not have the lady open her handbag and show you the contents at the time? Thanks to your bungling incompetence. Now she has to endure these uncomfortable accusations. Brilliant work, partner. Now we have a chance to expose the real woman behind the mask. Do you think so, Kazuma? Oh, he's coughing. You could, but also I think the cop pretending to be a waiter and the people who were told to act like she was never there, I'd have called it a while ago, personally. Right? Well, what a sorry situation. Clearly you have no faith in the police. No, I do not. I do not. Personally, I do not have faith in the police. As I said, I did not search the lady's handbag after the shooting. Simply because it was unnecessary. It's the evidence that, right, in part, each side is allowed to craft whatever argument they want, because the idea is that. Because you can't make an argument without evidence, too. Then you have nothing to stand on. Yeah. And then she clearly lied about having a handbag. I ought to thank the student lawyer, really. He makes me want to wipe my mouth. I have a piece of evidence here that I had completely forgotten about. There's a picture of the purse? You can see the glass in it? Why does he have a Longhorn Steakhouse tattoo? It's one of the mesh bags. I see. This print is a photograph that it's like one of those fucking like 90s bags. This print is a photograph that I thought would be prudent to take immediately after the shooting. As you can see, clearly shows Miss Brett's handbag. Why never? You see right through to what's inside. That's right. Apparently, meshwork bags like these are the height of fashion in London at the moment. Is this true? So the contents are clearly visible. Exactly. So there was no need to search the lady's handbag. If there had been a gun inside, it would have been immediately obvious. But she didn't have the gun. She had the gun in her hands. Oh my gosh. Ah. As you can see, there's nothing to imply Miss Brett's guilt here. Thank you for helping to prove that, Naruhodo-san. Oh. Did I fuck myself over? Order, order. Inspector Hasanaga, you will submit that print as evidence at once. Certainly, Your Excellency. A photograph of the handbag has been entered in the courtroom. A photograph taken by Hosonaga-san after the incident occurred. It shows Miss Brett's handbag on a chair by the victim's table. Alright, what are we doing with that? I think you've had long enough to cross-examine the witness counsel. The court has now been shown considerable evidence. As the photographic print just submitted into the court record appears to have no further significance. Let me look at this photo. Let me look at it. What is this? Why does he have a Longhorn Steakhouse tattoo? I'm guessing that's important. I'm guessing it's a little important. Appears to have no further significance. I am satisfied that there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling. Hold on. Indeed, there is only one logical conclusion, that the pathetic rookie slumped over the bench before us is the only possible perpetrator of this crime. Give me a second. No. Just when I thought I was beginning to turn things around, I'm in a worse situation than I was at the start. He's sleeping. He's a sleepy little guy. Kazuma? I'm sorry, Ryunosuke. Did I fuck up? No. No, now that the cross-examination of the witness is over, there's no way to force the trial to continue. What? You mean this is it? Shush. I must say you put up quite a fight for a rookie student. No, I skipped. It's fine. You were wasting your time. There's no way to defeat true justice. In fact, you can chew on to your heart's content from the inside of your cell. This can't be happening. Am I really going to be found guilty of a crime that I didn't commit? And Kazuma, his dream of going to study in Great Britain will slip through his fingers. Kazuma, what? Is there really no chance now of turning this trial around? You heard the judge. There's nothing about that last photograph the detective produced that we can contest, which means there's no basis on which we can argue for the trial to continue. Very well, I will now proceed immediately to the ruling. What? It seems we'll be able to report to the British government on time after all. That smug little bitch. What is on my hand? What is that? Ryunosuke Naruhodo, having considered all the evidence placed before me, yes! I found something. It's a real slap sound. Wait, Your Excellency. Ryunosuke. I don't think you can rule on this case yet. This amateurishness is getting tedious. When His Excellency deems that this trial is over, he gives his ruling. That is the most basic protocol of the courtroom. Yes. Your Excellency, just a moment ago, you said this. As the photographic print just submitted appears to have no further significance, there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling. Now that means that if there was a problem with the evidence, some significant detail, then ruling on the case at this time would be out of the question. This is blatant. Straw clutching. Look at this photographic print. Look at this photograph. Every time it makes me laugh. All it shows is the handbag the gentlewoman was carrying on the day in question. There can be no problem with this evidence. I don't believe it. You'd better know what you're doing, Ryunosuke. I understand your objection, counsel. Certainly the new evidence submitted by the detective has not undergone the court scrutiny. However, I fail to see how we can glean any new information from this handbag. Ha, my thoughts exactly. Really, the prosecution is becoming tired of the rookie's desperate wheezes. I am desperate, but this isn't a wheeze. There's something about this photograph which just doesn't seem right. If I could only put my finger on it. Wait. He had his hand on the longhorn. He had his hand on the longhorn. That's what I'm guessing. Very well. I will grant the defense one final opportunity. What? But be warned that if I am unsatisfied by your response here, the trial will be over with immediate effect. Do I make myself clear? Yes, your Excellency. So, take another look at the photographic print Inspector Hosonaga submitted before. You will identify for the court where in this print we see the significant detail to which you have alluded. It has to be the longhorn, right? It has to be this, right? Yes. Look at this. Here. There's a very unusual mark on the victim's wrist. That is true. It looks almost... Oops. Pressed too fast. Like a burn of some description. Okay, it's a burn. Dear me, I was pondering what new piffle you would come out with. A burn, you say, on the victim's wrist? Clearly that has nothing whatsoever to do with the magnificent lady's handbag. Yes, that is a burn mark. You're right. Go on, Inspector. The police coroner also noticed it when he was performing the post-mortem examination. It was deemed unrelated to the cause of death, so he didn't note it in his report. What did I tell you? In any case, we have no idea when the victim suffered this burn, do we? Well, it's a shape of the longhorn, and no possible way of knowing either. The more I look at it, the more I find myself intrigued by the curious shape of this mark. However, as Prosecutor Archie points out, unless a firm connection to the case can be shown, I cannot allow any further time to be spent on the precise details of this burn. She could just make anything up. Excuse me, Your Excellency. It would seem Miss Brett has a lunch appointment with the dean and the other university staff. She needs to get over herself. Girl. Would you like to know she may be excused from the stand now? Oh, of course, dear lady. We shan't hold you up any longer. I'm quite sure His Excellency is about to give his final ruling anyway. Is he? What's your thinking on this, Ryunosuke? Do you believe this burn does have something to do with the case? Yeah. To be honest, I'm not really sure. But if I don't keep pushing, then it's all over. So I was thinking I should keep digging and digging in the hope that I might uncover something useful. Yeah, I gotta go. Wow, literally, right? Like, that's wild. You're right. I am. If we can just link that burn to the case, if we could do that, we might be able to pry this shutting door back open again. Prize? Just give up, counsel. You can't possibly hope to do that. Indeed, I'm afraid that without evidence, I can't allow you to pursue what is little more than conjecture. There's a little bump on Chloe. It's a little bump. What if we had evidence? What is that, Chloe? What is that? Is it a mole? Where did the mole come from? There's a mole. Got a little mole? Got a little mole? She's sitting right. Oh, you can kind of see her. She wants pets. If we had evidence, evidence that irrefutably linked the burn to the victim's on the victim's wrist, then you would allow it? I would, yes. To tell the truth, I hadn't noticed that burn. As soon as you pointed it out, what I did notice was the color draining from Miss Brett's face. Really? I have to find some link between that burn and the case. Does Achi have any motivation other than being the prosecutor, or is he just really mean for no reason? I think he's just dumb. I think prosecution and defense want to win no matter what. I think. They probably get paid more or something. It's time to find some evidence that proves what that burn really means. So then, defense will now present its evidence to the court. Evidence that demonstrates an inextricable connection between the victim's burn. It would be this one, I believe. I can't go to people, so I think so.
Yes!
Also career reputation, right? Another print? Yes, Your Excellency. I believe the photographic prints are an amazing invention. When we humans look at a scene, we miss things. But in a photograph, things we may have overlooked at the time are recorded forevermore. Do hurry up, Rookie. What are you trying to say? To inconvenience this poor lady any further really would be quite inexcusable. Also, I think prosecution likes to be mean to shake up. I think they like to say things to each other so you make them nervous, each other nervous. Honestly, sometimes law is kind of like really kind of weird. I don't know. It's really weird. In some civil cases, you actually just don't get money if you lose, but IDK if that applies to criminal. Real life, you're not allowed to be mean inside the courtroom, but you can really be mean outside, right? I think it's like a like he's calling us names and stuff. That's a little kind of not realistic, but you would do things or say things that kind of shakes up the other person. I feel like makes them nervous, so they say things wrong or something, or forget to say important things. To inconvenience this poor lady any further really would be quite inexcusable. I don't know how criminal cases work with being paid though. Actually, we may need you to stay with us a little longer if you don't mind, Miss Brett. You can't act a fool. Which, Achi is acting a fool, but it is a game. But he is acting a fool. You see, it's very clearly visible in this other photograph. How did the victim come to have the unusually shaped burn on the wrist? The reason is recorded here forevermore. Can we get to it? What? What? How?
Objection!
My sticker on my Pro Control is starting to peel off. Like, oh no, I'm gonna have to get a new sticker. Can't fool me with your little bluffs, boy. That's your game, then let's see how it plays out. Show the court exactly what you mean. What is in this photograph that explains the reason for the victim's burn? It's the Longhorn. Ear.
Yes!
The beefsteak? Actually, the point is the metal plate that the steak was served on. The plate? Ah. Oh! Your Excellency, are you alright? As you can see, there's an emblem on the plate. I would guess it's some sort of trademark of La Carnival. Oh. The emblem on this plate and the victim's burn are related. Look, he's getting more confident. Are exactly the same shape. Ah! Ryunosuke, you genius. I'm peeling this off. I feel like I should just peel it off. It's like really icky feeling. None of my other ones are peeling off. Okay, I'll not peel it off. I do like this song. You are a genius, Ryunosuke. You're spot on. Which means the victim must have suffered this burn while he was present at the restaurant. So what happened? But even if that is the case, we can't know if it happened on the day in question or not. It could have been the day before or the day before that. It most likely happened at some other unrelated time. Well,
Objection!
Sadly, Prosecutor Achi, the chances of that are extremely slim. Thanks. Why? The outline of the burn is clearly discernible. True. Such a serious injury would have caused quite a commotion in the restaurant. Wouldn't you agree, Inspector Hosonaga? Can't imagine having missed such a terrible disaster, certainly. Hi, Ina! How are you? But... I mean, it is, yeah. I would say looking at the picture of the wound that it wasn't suffered very long ago. And although it's not particularly large burn, it's extremely well defined, as the defense just pointed out. This was no mild burn, that's for sure. Literally left a mark. Can you be more specific, Inspector? Now my controller looks funky. Looks a little funky now. It's snaky. It's okay. Well, let's see. If the plate was of around 90 degrees centigrade, burn like that would have taken around 3 seconds. How did they know that? How do they fucking know that? It's inconceivable that the victim would have let out a scream of pain then. I've been investigating at the restaurant for several weeks already, but I've not heard anyone scream at all. A little better, just came back from hospital and had a fever and a sore. Oh no! Did they find out what was wrong? Did you get treatment? Yeah, everyone's in the hospital today. Oh my goodness. I'm doing good today. It's a little icky outside, so I'm a little sleepy, but other than that, I had a good day. I had good oatmeals. I had good food. I drew thumbnails today. Hospital twins! As the head waiter of La Carnival, I can testify to that without hesitation. But you're a detective, not a waiter.
Yes!
Yes! There you have it. Something isn't right here. As the detective said, anyone who burnt themselves on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds would scream in pain. He got the burn after he was dead? There's no question of that. Yet Inspector Hosonaga never heard the professor scream. Not on the day or any before that. Are they making things up? I feel like they're making things up. I feel like they're making things up. That's right. And the strange thing is, on the day he was shot, I didn't hear him cry out either. Do people... On the day he was shot... Was he poisoned? He was poisoned. What are you suggesting? Well, if the professor had carelessly laid his wrist on the plate for anything like 3 seconds that day, he was poisoned, and she put a bullet hole in him after he was poisoned. I just got an injection in nutrition. I'm feeling a lot better now. Thank God. I'm glad you're feeling better, Ina. 'Cause that sucks. Wait, well, bestie, how did you get a concussion? What happened? What happened? You good? Now I'm thinking about it. Oh, think about it. Oh my gosh, hospitals all day today. Then the rest of us in the restaurant, myself, the sergeant, and the old antique dealer, all of us would without any question have heard him scream. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor Achi? Well, do people who get shot scream? I wouldn't know. I don't really want to know. Like, you know, I don't want to know from firsthand experience. Well, yeah, I suppose. So the question is, why didn't a single person hear Dr. Wilson scream? I almost don't believe it, Ryunosuke. Do you think he did not die from a bullet hole? Can it really be true? I never dreamt we arrived at a conclusion like this, but I'm starting to think that maybe we've been led into a terrible trap. I'm thinking so too. There's only one explanation I can think of to make sense of this apparent impossibility. On the day in question when he suffered the burn to his wrist, Dr. Wilson was already deceased. No man can remain silent while his wrist was burning on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds. That's clearly impossible. Apart from this, in one particular situation. Counsel, are you suggesting... Yes, it's only possible if the man was already dead. Already? Dead? Uh-oh. Knowing what we know now, it's the only possible explanation. When the beefsteak was brought to Dr. Wilson's table that day, the professor was already dead. He was poisoned! That's madness! He was poisoned! Through carbonated water. Counsel explained this absurd notion at once. The victim was killed by a gunshot. That's right. That's absolutely right, Your Excellency. This is just another ridiculous ploy by the rookie student, but clearly he has no grasp of the facts. No, Prosecutor Achi, it's you who has no grasp of the facts. I beg your pardon? As soon as it became apparent that the victim had suffered that burn while at the restaurant, this whole case was turned upside down. Or have you not grasped that? Your Excellency, the court must hear from the witness again. If it's true, as we now believe, that the victim was already dead before the gunshot was heard, it's highly likely that Miss Brett knows something about it. Incredible. I certainly didn't anticipate this twist of events. I'm sorry to say, Miss Brett, that you will have to forget your luncheon engagement. But Your Excellency... The justice system in our country may be in its infancy, but rest assured all reasonable doubt must be dispelled before I am prepared to pass judgment. Thank you, Your Excellency. She is... dotting me. Why is she using the mask? What was that smile? Yes, of course. I mean, I'd be delighted to help. Especially, she's speaking Japanese now. If it helps relations between my country and yours. She's speaking Japanese. Miss Brett? You speak Japanese? What does a British person speaking Japanese sound like? Well, of course I do. I'm studying in your country after all. But then, why have you been speaking through an interpreter until now? My mother tongue, the Queen's English, is the most refined and elegant language in the world. Just a woman. I don't know how. I have to hear one, and then I can do it. I'm like a parrot. Gentlewoman. I tried. What is a proper English accent too? Do I need to watch some Bridgerton? That's what she's dressed like. As a gentlewoman. How would I do it? Watch Bridgerton right now. I'll be right back. As a gentlewoman, I try to avoid speaking in your vulgar tones as much as possible. Yeah, I would be making the same face. I would also be making the same face. But it seems the men in this land possess none of the chivalrous virtues of English gentlemen. Actually, they have said that American accent was first, and then when Britain colonized the 13 colonies, that and then obviously like Americans still had a British accent, right? Britons were like, no, we need to change our accent. But I don't know if that was just a theory. So then Britain made this accent up or something. That might be just a theory, because I do think there is like colloquialisms of upper rich and then the poor, you know. So I don't know. Not her acting like Japanese is an elegant waltz compared to the cha-cha slide that is English, literally. So I can see that I shall have to lower myself to communicating with you on... I could give her like a Cockney accent. I'm not gonna do that. So I can see that I shall have to lower myself to communicating with you on all on your own level. So she knew exactly what everyone was saying. Oh well, you're the epitome of a true English gentlewoman. We are truly honored by this this lavish consideration you so graciously afforded us. I see. In that case, Miss Brett, I will now ask you to testify in your own words about the events leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Wilson. Okay. So, we're finally going to hear her own words on the matter. Things are getting interesting, Ryunosuke. What is happening here? The victim's death. Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burnt his wrist like that. The music. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. IDK on Earth, she learned Japanese. Like, there can't be more than 50 people who speak both. Right? I don't know. Like, you would also have to be very specialized to do that, too. A nurse will triage you? Triage. That sounds like a familiar word, but I don't know exactly what it means. Are you in a room right now, Will Bestie? As far as I've heard, the post-mortem reports show no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot. If there's some other way a man's life can be taken away without leaving a trace, please do show me. But of course, this country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway. Triage, it means like priorities. You're still in the waiting mood. Okay. Triage. Triage. That means you're probably next in line, unless someone is literally going in there dying. Probably, right? I hope, I don't know. The most captivating and beautiful testimony will go down in Supreme Court's history. Thank you. Easy does it. Hope that is the last time I will have to sully my lips with the coarse tones of your unbecoming tongue. She is racist. Oh, forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone. Not at all. Not at all. It's a delight merely to hear you speak, dear lady. They've taken at least 4 people. I know it has to do with like who's... What are you eating off the ground? Oh my god, it's Chloe's hair. Can you not? Oh my gosh, it's like a clump of Chloe's hair. Oh my god. Hobart. Oh my god. Seems very clear from your testimony that this boorish talk of the victim's burn is utterly irrelevant. I will hydrate. I will stretch. I will be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what has happened here today. I gotta pop my shoulders. I gotta pop my shoulders. There we go. Rumchi. The Minister of Justice. May that irritating little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible. Amen. Huh? Thanks. Was that our prayer then? Well, you'll have to forgive the irritation, Miss Brett, and put up with cross-examination now. I expect you've noticed that this little bully of a student, as you put it, doesn't miss much. I'm sure I don't need to remind you, counsel, that this will be your final cross-examination in this trial. If you fail to demonstrate any problems with this witness's testimony, I will be ruling on the case immediately. Is that clear? Sure. Okay. Yes, Your Excellency. All right. Then you may proceed with the cross-examination. All right. The victim's death. The victim's death. Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burnt his wrist like this. Like that.
Yes.
And press. But his hand was on the searing hot plate for at least 3 seconds. You cannot not have noticed. Do you think so? Let me ask you something. Sorry. Ever since I arrived at this courtroom, and even still now, the fly on those unsightly black trousers of yours has been wide open. You can't not have noticed, can you? Huh? What? Damn, okay. What fun. You hadn't realized. The dear lady is absolutely right. As your friend, you've embarrassed me as well as yourself, Ryunosuke. Why didn't you tell me? Dr. Wilson was a true English gentleman. He chose honorable silence over a vulgar scream. Can your tiny brains imagine such a thing? Jesus Christ. Oh yes, I think my tiny brain can. Yes. Well, I can't. Anyway. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast.
Yes.
As you testified before, you were drinking carbonated water, is that right? Dr. Wilson was only permitted to drink water at that time, if you remember, which explains why he ordered that drink. Correct, waiter? Exactly as you say, sir. Although, whether or not the professor actually drank any of the water when I delivered the steak to the table, I'm afraid I don't remember that. Damn you. I have had enough English to understand that, at least for the benefit of others in the court. It means, bless you. I think it means the exact opposite, actually. Anyway. As far as I've heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot.
Yes.
Or press that. Yes, it's written here in the paperwork. Fatal hemorrhage. Hemorrhage? How do you spell hemorrhage? From ballistic trauma. Yes. Luckily for all of us, a little burn on the wrist isn't going to kill us. And as there were no other signs of trauma on the victim's body to indicate some other cause of death. That's the British way of spelling this game is looking. Gotcha. Gotcha. That makes sense. It could only have been the bullet from your gun that put an end to this innocent man's life. It doesn't make sense. The burn must have happened straight away when the plate was first brought to the table by the waiter. They gave it a little flavor. You know, I've never seen hemorrhage, I guess, in another setting. Cause like, I played Neopets. I still played Neopets. I haven't played it in like 6 months though. But all of Neopets is English is in European English. Is that the word? I don't know. So all the words are spelled funny. If I had cooled even slightly, it wouldn't have been able to make a burn like that. And if the victim burnt his wrist on the hot plate as soon as it was brought out from the kitchen, and he must have already been dead at that point. And yet, the fact is the victim was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Until you're able to show the court evidence to disprove that, this is a complete waste of fucking time. That's what he would say. My nose is like really itchy. God, this sucks. Ugh. Dot 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 dot. If there's some other way a man's life can be taken away without leaving a trace, please show me.
Yes.
How do I show you? Without leaving a trace. If someone is shot or strangled or stabbed or thrown from a height, however a person's life is taken, there's always telltale traces on the body. Quite right, dear lady. And as our police force has thoroughly examined the body of the deceased, there can be no doubt. Isn't that right, Inspector Hosanaga? As I've said, I always aim for a flawless investigation. There would be physical traces with all the causes of death, that's true. But maybe there's some other way of killing someone that doesn't leave a mark. If, heaven forbid, you doubt me, young man, you're going to have to tell everyone how exactly you think the professor did lose his life. Otherwise, I'm afraid your argument falls rather flat, doesn't it? Oh, no, perish the thought, calling such a sweet young lady's innocence into question. On my honor, I, Takatsuchi Achi, will cut down any who dare cast such aspersions. A way of killing someone that leaves no trace. We need some evidence to back us up here. Yes, evidence. But of course, the country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway. No, go back. Do we have evidence? She is racist. Hi, Tim. If I press, will I fail? Should I save? How do I save? Oh, that's how I save. Pressing never punished in this game. Okay.
Yes.
Inferior? What do you mean by that? In the lands of the Great British Empire, the police store everything found at the crime scene for later examination. But in this country, you investigate once and that's the end of it, isn't that so? Quite right. La Carnival is open for business as usual today, just days after the incident. That's fucking crazy. Exactly, which means that even if the investigation takes a different... What was that? Takes a different direction, vital evidence may be lost. Doesn't even occur to your naive detectives to try to preserve the crime scene. I'm trying to be as tactful about this as I can, you understand? A killer blow. The lady is as formidable as she is beautiful. So I've been really into this new tabletop RPG game called Animon, which is based off of Digimon, and I've been doing nothing but napping and designing my Animon today. I was in very rough designs. Please! Thank you, Tim! That sounds fun. I have a Digimon. I just hit my headphone and it was like really fucking loud. I have a... The storm is coming in, I think. The trees are shaking. I have a Digimon Tamagotchi. And I know the new Digimon games are literally just Tamagotchis. And I really want to play Digimon. Amazing. Is actually admitting our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Achi is finally just starting to make sense. I very much doubt that. Still, there's something about what Miss Brett just said. There was a moment before when something didn't seem quite right. You're in. Let's go, Whoa Bestie. Let's go. What do you think, Ryunosuke? I think it's going terribly. No matter how much I press her, I'm not turning up any new information. Yeah, as I suspected, she's a tough witness. We need to find a way to break her testimony or the cross-examination will be over. But that would mean I have to find a way. There must be some clue somewhere to help us find a... I'm not saying that word. And her armor. Kazuma. I mean, I'm half Asian. But Twitch doesn't like it when white people use C word for white people. Twitch doesn't like that. So I'm not even, as an Asian, I'm not gonna say it. What, Ryunosuke? There's one thing I noticed, something that's been bothering me. You mean about Miss Brett? I mean, I am allowed, I would think. I don't know though. You bitches on the internet think I look more white than I do in real life. I'm like, put me next to a fully blown European white person. I look nothing like them. Actually, no. It's Hasanaga. You do have direct Chinese ancestry. And when we did a DNA test for her, it was all Southeast Asian. Like, all of it was Southeast Asian. But I know I know a lot of Asia's, like, history probably all links to basically China, right? I'm just a white boy with curly hair who didn't lie. Wait, I thought you were Asian, Wo bestie. Wait, are you just making fun of people? I was like, you're not a boy? Wait. I'm joking, I'm directly Polynesian. Okay, I was like, I thought you were fully Asian. Oh, either Chinese or Japanese, right? Right? That makes sense to me. My great-grandfather is directly Japanese. And Puppy is Japanese too, right? I think Puppy's Japanese. I'm 1/4 Chinese. Doesn't really show us. Juju Pup is 1/4 Chinese. I'm learning so much. We got all the Asians in here. I'm half Thai. And I think my white is like Irish. I think. My maternal grandma came over from Shanghai. What? That's really neat. I'm like really glad y'all know y'all's ancestry because I know nothing about my mom's side. Nothing. We know like I know a little bit of. I think when she did the DNA test, someone in Thailand is related to my mom. I don't know how or how much, but someone in Thailand is related to my mom. I don't know if my mom reached out to them because it's complicated, right? Because my mom was adopted. So it's kind of weird, but we did do the DNA testing. My family came to Vietnam from Hong Kong. What? Oh my gosh. I actually know more about my Asian ancestry than my European ancestry. I feel like unless you were a rich person in like European countries, you don't know a lot about your family, or like because records get destroyed from like by poor people. Like poor people's records get destroyed by rich people. Or also Europeans did some nasty things, and we all are gonna find out that all our white sides are colonizers eventually, right? Like, it's unfortunate. Yes, he seemed to react a little strangely to Miss Brett's last statement. Are we finally learning the gimmick? I was wondering if it might be significant if I might present an opening, maybe. Alright, I have an idea. Try pressing her on the last statement one more time. You think so, but this time, instead of targeting the woman herself, let's see what we can get out of the detective. Was that the last statement? Alright then, I wonder what Kazuma is thinking. I'll find out soon enough. Alright, so let's press...
Yes!
I mean, my Anglo ancestors hated my Irish ancestors and Jewish ancestors and Chinese. Right? It's like, huh, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. I know there's like a process where they literally just have you sit in the hallway. You're going to a room slowly, but you're getting there. In the lands of the Great British Empire, the police store everything found at a crime scene for later. In this country, you investigate once and the end of it. Isn't that so? Quite right. La Carnival is open for business. Exactly, which means... What do I do here? Yes, there it is again. I have no idea what other ancestry I have. I know I have more ancestry because my dad's dad. I want to take a 23andMe so bad. I want to, but I also don't want to sell my DNA to the government, but I think I already have when I became a foster child. Does that make sense? I don't know. You dropped the design? Say less. Let me give the treats to the babies. This is Ina. Ina says, here's some treats, babies. Hobart is begging for them. Did I just get McDonald's today? I don't feel like... We have ground beef. I don't really feel like cooking ground beef. I let the last ground beef go bad, though, last time. My white grandma is really into 23 moves. She's literally just all this white. She's just white. Like, wow. I kind of want to do one again because last time my mom did one, it was like 20. I think I was still in college, so I think it was like 2017. I feel like a lot of things have changed within the last 5 years when it comes to DNA testing. It like got boosted or whatever. So I am curious. I'm also curious how much Asian affected each of my siblings, because like I am technically out of my 3 siblings, I think I look the most white, but I still don't look white, you know? That makes sense. But my brother doesn't really look Thai. I don't think he looks Thai at all. I've always wanted to meet my dad's dad. He probably has a whole new family by now, which is depressing. It like hurts. It's like a complicated thing. Like I don't know, cause like my mom's Asian side. I'm wondering like what. I'm sure her parents are dead though, because my grandparents are dead. But then again, my grandparents were way older when they adopted her. I think they were like in their 40s when they adopted my mom, and my mother's real mom was 20, I think. Not for you. This one's for you, Hobart. Like 18 to 20, like a very young mother. Chloe. My tummy just growled. My brother definitely looks more happy than I do. I think you said that before, Juju. Now I'm thinking about it, I think I remember you saying you're a little bit Asian. I'm half Arab, but half. What, Ina? For real? I thought you were just full Arab. Oh my god. Oh my god, Asians are here. All I know is my mom is from the. You're half Filipino? What? Well, I guess Arab is Asian. Yeah, you know, you're right, Tim. Arab is still Asia. It's West Asian. So you're not wrong. That it does depend on who you ask. I'm whiter than white. Artie's full colonizer. I guess that makes like wait. Let me scroll up a little bit. White people love finding out they have Native American genes and getting crushed when they find out why. It's awful. It is awful. Or the racist one. Yeah, whew, it's awful. You're white with that name? Audrey is her chosen name. And then Arizu makes it cute, I guess. Right, Ari? Like Ariani? All I know is I have a stepbrother and sister, but didn't talk to them. What? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Ina, I'm learning. I am learning. I cannot believe Ina is half Filipino. I have learned so much. We got more Southeast Asians in here. Your name is the reason I struggle watching Alice in Borderland dubbed. Wait, why? Oh, it is like Arizu, huh? Whoa. I didn't even think about that. I don't know what Alice in Borderland is. I don't know what that is. I actually don't know that. All right, we're moving on. We're moving on. I'm shocked by everyone's it's race and ethnicity sorta. Oh, that's right. I was gonna click on that. That's right, Tim. Let me look. Bug, bug lady. I love Digimon designs. This is beautiful. I like the little baby one. Love that one. That's a cute little thing. That is definitely a Digimon. How do you pronounce that word again? I said it wrong last time, and Tim made fun of me, so I gotta remember how to pronounce it again. They call the MC Alice a Rizu because it transliterated and they kept it Asian sounding. Oh, that's kind of bad. Successfully downloaded, updated. Oh yeah, Kirby Dreamland 2 is on Game Boy now. Tagalog. Tagalog? Tagalog. Yeah, I pronounced it very American last time I looked at it. Not a lot of people can speak Tagalog though, right? Not a lot of people can. Is that where you get it from, Adi? Did you change my Twitch name? I don't think so. Unless you want to. That's up to you. There is like a conversation of white people wanting Asian names, but that is a conversation that I am not equipped to have right now. the ultimately is like a fetishization of Asian cultures, specifically Japan and specifically Korea, but that is a conversation that I'm not super knowledgeable about, but I am aware of it. I'm like a little bit aware of it. Noodles Molly. Personally, I really don't care, but I don't think I'm that 30. I just hated it's just like in the TV show you hated it. Yeah, because Philippines has been trying to whiteify and colonize themselves still. Philippines has a complicated history. Tagalog is the third most spoken language in What? For real? What? I'm like, assuming English, Spanish, and Tagalog. Tagalog? I believe this is due to the amount of Pinoy friends I have. Is it Pinoy? Pinoy? I had one of my friends, the only other Asian in school, she was half Asian, half Latina, which is also another conversation about like Latina is not technically a race, but it is culture, and I think it is a little bit different than saying white, right? It is culturally related to her like upbringing. But her mother was fully Filipino. And when she found out there was another Southeast Asian kid in the school, she was very excited that we were friends. So I think it's very cute. But she does not also, that my friend does not speak Tagalog. Pinoy. Okay, so I was pronouncing it right. English, Spanish, then Tagalog. You can call everyone Filipino too, I think. Doesn't matter. Okay. Okay. I know there's a lot of like Spanish and Filipino overlap because the Spanish colonized the Philippines. Right? But not, which I don't know. At least that's why features are like overlapped, I would say. A lot of people thought I was Philippine, like a Filipino, or they thought I was Mexican growing up. But then again, I grew up in a very small town where nobody had seen another Asian for the longest time. You know, like they've only seen Chinese people and they've only seen Filipino people. Like, so, and then the people in my small ass hometown went out to eat at different Asian restaurants, and then they probably now know that there's different Asians, right? But I knew a Filipino girl in high school who literally walked around wearing a shirt that said, "I don't speak Spanish, I'm Filipino." Light skin Latina moment. Light skin Latina moment. I don't speak Spanish, I'm Filipino. Mood. A lot of people immediately think I speak Spanish. I'm like, I see it more how I look Latina than I do white sometimes. I see that more. Because I do have more features of a white Latina. I do see that, which I guess begs the question. I look white, I guess. But a lot of people immediately assume I speak Spanish. Like every time I worked at HEB, the red grocery store, and I lived in a predominantly Hispanic area, a lot of people immediately assumed I speak Spanish. I'm like, nope. My school was like 25% Latino. I think. I wonder what my stats were, because we had a lot of like Mexican kids at my school. I also lived in Texas. I had a lot of Mexican kids, a lot of white people, and then the two or three Asian people. I was one. Some people look at Vietnamese on sriracha bottles and think it's what? For real? Vietnamese is spelled with letters, right? I think, right? It's the only Asian language spelled with letter, like, what's the letters called? Same here, many assume I speak. Wait, you look Filipino? What? You probably look like my brother, because I think my brother looks Western Asian more than like Southeast Asian. My brother has a really, really, like, not to be like weird, but my brother has a big nose. Like, I have a really tiny nose. My sister has a really tiny nose. A lot of people make fun of my sister and my nose growing up. We would get called pig noses a lot. But my brother has like not pig nose. He has a bigger nose, which I think makes him look more Western Asian. Romanized. Yeah. Romanized alphabet. We might have been 25% undocumented. Mood. The French. The fucking French. Wow, I'm learning so much. I'm learning so much. Wow. 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 I like how this game is making us learn. Oh, fuck. Press some buttons. Press some buttons. Okay, why is the detective reacting like this? I grew up being told you're like different from Asian. I would lose it. I think I would lose it. What I heard a lot growing up when I said I'm Thai, like Taiwanese, I'm like, no, it's a different, that's a different country. That's a different fucking country. And now that Thai food is like popular, now people get it. But like, I found my school stats. I wonder if I can find mine. A lot of white people though. And then I like, because white people are weird, I became friends with a lot of like Latinx people. 56% Latino. And that's probably because the area you live in California too. Because California used to be in Mexico territory. 17% English language learners. Wow. I think we had not that many people that didn't speak English. Not that many, I don't think. But also my graduating class was 180 people. I had a very small school. That was just a great big place for people to immigrate to because there's such a big community. I want to live there, but also not. If that makes sense. If the big cities in California didn't rely on cars so much, I would love to live there. But it's the fact that they rely on cars so much, and it costs a lot of money to live there. It costs a lot of fucking money to live there. Lots of folks from certain areas end up there because people from home tell them to. Oh, that makes sense. My one of my friends, she's from LA, I think. I know she's from California, but I think she's from LA. And she ended up moving up here because her mom, who is also from LA, Mexico, loved living up here. And so she's like, okay, I'll move up here. And she's Mexican. San Francisco is a little bit better without a car, I think. Also certain parts of LA, just not West LA. Just not West LA. I think I wanted to live in California for so long, but obviously middle school me versus actually adult me making money, bills, and whatnot is like, California's a little rough. If it wasn't so rough, I'd be there already. I would be there already. Just very expensive. Very, very expensive. But I am looking at the West Coast. I am still looking at the West Coast. I hate the Midwest. But I saw something that was like, it's too cold to be a delinquent. And I'm like, you know what? It is too cold to be a delinquent. I am thinking about those areas too, Juju. I am also thinking about those areas. We could be neighbors. I'm just saying. Okay, we're finding out why the detective is acting like this. Up until now, the detective has been in the stand with Miss Brett as her interpreter. Let me sit up a little bit. But things are very different now. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the English woman has to say. This could be a golden opportunity. What do you mean? Well, when people... I like the music. I just looked up my school stats. 80% white, 6% two or more races, 6% African American, 5% Asian, 4% Hispanic, which doesn't add to 100. That does not add to 100. What is it? 10, 16, over 100. Over 100. Do you live in a really populated area? Would you say you went to a big school or small school? 101. Is this Kazuma's theme? I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm assuming Juju went to a really populated area. I'm assuming Whoa Bestie did too. I don't know how it works in Ina's country. I have no idea how population and schooling works for populations work. My school had a population of like 2,100. That's my school. That was like as big as my city. My city was 4,000 people. Your high school was half the size of my fucking city. Same with you. What is the max of schools could have, I wonder? Like a population in the school. I grew up in a very small town. Very silly. Very silly. Like I don't remember what Jeremy's graduating or like school. I know Jeremy's graduating class was as big as my high school though. But people are actually testifying. They're usually very careful not to let anything slip. However, when they're listening to someone else speak, you'll find they often let their guard down. Many public schools and private, public are free and private are not. I guess that's the same here. That is the same here. We had one private school in my area, and all those kids were bad. Those were bad kids. Search up 1851 is the number Google gives. Just choose and enter. Depends if your family wants to pay for school or not. Usually here, private schools are, you pay more money so they get better schooling in college. Typically here. Country schools? Country schools. Damn. Did you have a lot of people in your school, Ina? Philippine schools. Like a embassy, right? Kind of? Did Phoenix prove OJ guilty? Not yet. We're talking about we have a lot of Asians in here, I'm learning. How are you, random? Did you go to a big high school or a small high school? And then I went to a big university. So from a small town high school, and then I went to a giant fucking university, like one of the biggest universities in the United States. It was a little bit of a culture shock. One day I had like a breakdown. I was like calling my mom like like it's pretty and then I was fine. I just needed to cry about it. I went to a really small performing art. You went to a specialized high school. Interesting. Oh wow, random. I didn't know that. Wow. That's kind of neat. That's a different perspective. I forgot about the specialized high schools. Schools teach Arabic and English. Did you learn English in like schooling, or did you learn? I was assuming you learned Arabic first, right, Ina? If you want to learn French, you enter a French school. I wonder why. I guess French would make sense in the Arabic countries. Even my college is 80%. I thought I went to a more diverse school than the rest of the state. I wonder what my college was. I went to the University of Texas in Austin. I actually don't know the diversity statistics. Yeah, in school, my mom speaks Arabic. Does your mom speak English? This is wild. Okay. That's pretty cool. I can't even imagine learning multiple languages. I went to a pretty small Catholic university. It was interesting. Do you have regrets? Not really regrets, but I could see like going to like a religious school. So the one that was the religious school that was nearby was Baylor. Baylor is technically a religious school. I just I would never want to go to Baylor. That's the only, like, we're looking at like Texas schools, and the plan that Jeremy wants to go down the path for graduate school, graduate/doctorate. I think he would get his doctorate technically, but it would be treated not like a physician kind of doctor. But the only schools that do that program are all religious schools. It's wonderful. 80% white, but there's a lot of Asians. Huh. I do think POC are more likely to like commune together. I think there's like a study of that. Like white people don't have a sense of community except in church. If that makes sense. I feel like there's a study on that. Thanks to scholarship, none of those regrets were financial. God bless. We love free school because I also had financial aid. We should have a Netflix, right? Like a round table talks. I'm having a wonderful time learning about y'all. but my mom speaks Arabic, but tried to mainly speak Arabic. I entered a technical high school. Technical, like sciencey? I know there's like a shit ton of science ones in Texas. A part of me like wonders, I know this is like really stupid, but like a part of me wonders if I actually went to like a arts high school, would I be better off in the field of arts? Jeremy's texting me hungry. I'm gonna say McDonald's, I think. Should we get McDonald's? I'm kind of down for McDonald's. I gotta think about McDonald's. The performing arts school was wild though. Took regular classes with an acting one thrown in, and the musicals were treated like how most high school treat football games. What? My high school loved football. My high school loved football, but I love band. I feel like I give band kid vibes. We get a technical degree, but just a certification acquired after studying a course that teaches certain education courses based on an occupational skill set. Students can opt for this in high school itself or before they can pursue their bachelor's degree. Some degrees include vocational subjects too. That sounds really useful. That sounds really useful. I'm the worst type of Asian because he used to know, I don't know how to pronounce that word, Paluan? As well as little Japanese, Korean. I just stopped speaking any of them when I moved here. Well, bestie, are you an immigrant? What? Helloan? Helloan? Well, bestie is an immigrant that's been colonized. I studied some electrical engineering. I can read it. Wait, am I back? I'm back. I'm back, I think. I'm back. I'm back. Am I back? Oh, thank God. I'm back. Everyone refresh. Refresh, refresh, refresh. Refresh. I don't know what happened. Refresh. Refresh, refresh, refresh. What the heck? Now I have to go back into Twitch to see what I missed in the 2 seconds that stream died for me. What the heck? What the heck? Okay, okay, there we go. Stream did crash. Teehee. Stream did crash. Woo! Love that stream crashed for me. Okay, well, bestie, you said now I have a dual citizenship. We moved to Palau when I was super young and then moved back. So you've been back and forth. What? Okay, 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 we're good, we're good. Oh my gosh. It ruined my flow of the conversation. Spectrum! The trees are kind of moving like this though outside. Like, kind of scary. My nurse took my insurance card like 7 minutes ago. She's okay. She's trying to read it. she's a little slow at reading. Just be patient. The front desk took my insurance and then they took my insurance again. My insurance card or whatever. And then they had to like call the insurance or something. I thought I saw a person. That scared me. That scared me. Oh my gosh, I'm learning so much about y'all. This is wild. I wondered. I mean, I was like top 7% of my graduating class. I didn't even try that hard. Isn't that kind of wild? Not humble brag. I didn't understand the importance of getting a better GPA in high school to get into college until it was senior year. I was like, ooh, Molly's so smart. Or my school was not that. My school was bad. I learned, like, a lot of people talk about things and I'm like, my school did not teach me that. Especially, I keep thinking I've seen people, especially when I went into my first class at college, I was like, I'm not ready for this. You were worried about grades literally from kindergarten. Jesus, see, I don't want to be stressed about things like that. Got me fucked up. But I do think I should have went the engineering path. 1560 SAT score. I think I had a 1600. I think, no, I didn't have a 1600. I had like a, I don't remember. I know my ACT was really bad. My ACT was not good. I was neurotic. I was a people pleaser. So I didn't think I tried hard. But I wanted to make sure the teachers weren't mad at me. If that makes sense. I don't remember what my what's a perfect SAT score is at 1800, right? One time I woke up my mom at night because I was like, what if one day I learn how to drive but I go the wrong way? Are you autistic, Juju? Are you just like me for real? Me, and I was neurotic like that too, though. People pleaser. I'm a whittle, just a whittle. I don't remember what I just know I didn't do great on SAT and ACT and I still got into school. I think it's because fellow autistics notice fellow autistics, right? It'd be like that. I can't believe the stream crashed. That means I have to upload 2 streams or like I need to download it and piece them together. Which I don't want to do. I really don't want to do that. I can't remember what the whatchamacallit, the easy editing, the free one, like, is it DaVinci or something? I think I'm autistic neurodivergent enough to fit in with the coolness. Felt. But then I learned I masked my whole life, which I'm like, oh. I got into college with my affirmative action that Texas has. Teehee. I do think if I didn't get a free ride from being a foster child, though, I wouldn't have gone to university. I would have gone to community college. But the fact that that college was free because I was in foster care, I was like, oh, I'm going to university then. I'm just going straight to a university. I said, fuck it. Okay, so that means they let their guard down. He's lost in his own thoughts. He's lost in the sauce. It's time to pursue the man in his train of thought. Sorry, pursue? I'll explain how to do it now, Ryunosuke. It's all to do with the witness marker. What marker? At the moment, we're focused on Miss Brett, who's the person actually making the current statement. But by moving the marker left and right with a D-pad... How are you saying that? You can turn your attention to other people in the stand. What is up with my internet? Speaking of, why does my internet keep dying for 5 seconds? Why does it keep doing that? It's so annoying. While you're looking at the other witnesses, you'll be able to pursue them with If you can catch the person at just the right time, you might uncover some new information to pursue. I'm so hungry. Is McDonald's a good idea? I get 0 delivery fee when you order chicken al pastor. Not a bad idea. with Chipotle. We just had it the other day though. I do not need Chipotle again. I wish we had hot and spicy McChickens. Which y'all are probably thinking spicy chicken, the spicy crispy chicken or whatever. No, it's a spicy, hot and spicy McChicken. And it's delicious. And I don't know why we don't have it everywhere. It's only in certain states. Spicy chicken. It's a hot and spicy is what we called it. And it's only the closest state that has it is in Illinois. I don't know if what other states have it, but Illinois and Texas have it. Well, it's not cold and spicy. Sometimes it is. I want one of those specifically, but I can't have it, and it hurts my feelings. Actually, I'm looking at McDonald's right now. They added it here for a limited time. Is it the one with the sauce? Because the McDonald's one that I'm thinking, like the one I'm talking about, it's a breaded spicy. I don't want the spicy sauce. I want it breaded with spicy. See, I feel like I got closer to, I think I got like a mixed spicy. Is it something? Oh, maybe that's different. I'm interested in that. I'm just like showing my phone. You're gonna see where I live. It's kind of obvious where I live. Like, city-wise. I've talked about it before. McDonald's. Where's McDonald's? I want to know. If I recall, this SAT max scores are 800 per category, and there's 3 of them. So 8, 16, 24. McSpicy in the K. 2100. Juju's smart. Juju's smart. I think I got a 1600. I think I got a 1600 on my SAT, which is not great, but I got into school. And then the ACT, I got a 3. I think I got a 3 in the ACT. And I bullshitted that final essay, and it was good enough, I guess. A 4 or 5 would have been better, but 3 is good enough. I am very average when it comes to testing. Is there anything new? I want to know if there's new stuff. I want to see if there's a McSpicy here. The McDonald's app sucks for me. I don't know if anyone else uses the McDonald's app, but it always never refreshes. So I like have my past order in there from like when I ordered 2 weeks ago or something. It's like really silly. It's a silly goose. They have a spicy McCrispy. But I don't want the sauce. I want it to be spicy chicken without the sauce. Because what I like to do is eat ketchup with my spicy chicken sandwiches. It's buggy here too. The app fucking sucks. But I'm like, free food. They changed the SAT a few years ago after I graduated, so I think it used to be 20. I think you're right, Juju, because I did not get a good score. And that sounds about right. And we're old. They like to call us old here. I'm a good tester. I also retook my test this time. I got an almost perfect math score my second. You took it twice? I didn't even take it twice. I said, it's good enough. My brother did ACT because they were changing the SAT during his last years. So it was, wow, okay. Interesting. I'm trying to make sure the location of McDonald's. See, this sandwich, the hot and spicy. This is what I'm talking about. The hot and spicy version of this sandwich. But, they don't have it here, and that's what I want. I want breakfast too, but they don't have breakfast. Do I want chicken nuggies? I think I want chicken nuggies. I kind of want a chicken sandwich though. I don't know what I want. Let me see what the McCrispy is. Let's make it better than the McChicken. I don't want that. I think they're trying to be like Chick-fil-A. I don't really like Chick-fil-A as much as I would like to. I kind of want a McFlurry. My friend got one yesterday, and I kind of want one. I'm gonna tell Jeremy. I want McDonald's. Hold on. I'm trying to order. Tell Jeremy what to order. 1310 out of 1600 sounds really good to me. That sounds really good. That would have been 20. They literally changed it after I graduated. Like right after I graduated. I want nuggets. It's 3 a.m. here. Oh my god. You should order Ina though. I'm allowing you to get some chicken, some nuggets. So Woe Bestie got a 1500 out of 1600, which is almost a perfect score. Jesus Christ, Woe Bestie is smart. Woe Bestie, smart. You took it 3 times. Did I not take school seriously? Is this why I'm not a lawyer? Is this why I'm a Twitch streamer? The only thing to solidify me being a Twitch streamer if I was a school dropout, which I'm not. I graduated, so... I mean, my lawyer parents gave me a college counselor and SAT tutor courses and such. I took everything way too seriously. But now you have a good grown-up job. My first score was like 1024. I don't know if that's good or bad. 1024 and the old one is really bad. Like really bad. I feel like it's not too bad, but it's definitely not going to make you stand out for college, right? I literally had no fun ever until college. See, that's like a double-edged, like, kind of like, it's kind of shitty, right? My life was already traumatizing enough. Well, I don't want to go into it too deeply on stream, but like, my, like, child life, she deserved more. She deserved a lot more. A lot better than what she got. But, for the circumstances that I was raised, I think I did pretty well. I somehow survived college without debt, and I don't do anything with my degree, but I learned a lot. My philosophy-ass degree. No debt is I don't have any debt. I have none, which is a like a big I feel like a big thing for my generation. My generation is constantly in debt, whether it's school debt or car debt or housing debt or whatever. I do not have any debt. Ooh, you get prescriptions, so you have a concussion, I'm assuming, right? Well, bestie. Damn, my watch has been, I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. People our age can say it's doing me something to be proud of. I'm very proud of it. I'm like, how did I do need to build up my credit though, especially if we're getting married, but I don't want to fuck up Jeremy's credit score. He has a really good credit score because his grandparents prepared him for the future, like parents should, right? I feel like everyone has car debt because there's like almost everyone has car debt because cars nowadays don't last forever, I feel like, too. But I am a person, if I was a driver, I would drive my car to death, I think, to death's door. Apparently the cut on my head is much longer than I initially thought. Did you fall at work? What happened, Whoa Bestie? Oh my god, what happened? Cut? Concussion? What? Did you fall onto a sharp object? Well, Whoa Bestie works in a kitchen setting, like in food place. The only thing about getting workplace comp is they drug test you, and that fucking sucks. Ace Attorney in real life. Car debt, I feel like, is the most common debt, right? And I don't have credit card debt because I don't have a credit card. It's nice not to have debt. My brother recently paid off his debt from undergrad, and that was like, I think he paid it off 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago, and he's been out of undergrad for a while. He's way older than me. You ever notice a strange atmosphere amongst the people on the stand? Take a good look around. I'm trying to beat this case. I keep getting distracted. All right then, so first I should move the marker across the D-pad and focus on the detective. Then pursue him with A and see what's on his mind. Here we go.
Wait.
I'm trying. And then I press A.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, we're being so polite. That was just auto-activated. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to shock you. He really was lost in his thoughts. Lost in the sauce. Deeply. It looked like you were thinking something just now, Inspector. One time, I fainted at work. And I hit my head on... I don't know what I hit my head on. I passed out. I have no idea. But no one saw me faint, and I got back up in enough time where no one checked on me. It was only me and two of my managers, and there was like one other person in the store. And man, I still have the scar, but I have bangs. I'm not messing up my bangs. They're perfect right now. But I had a little cut in my head. It didn't need stitches. Jeremy like looked at it. He was like, it's fine. It clotted, like the blood clotted. So like not worried about having stitches. And my manager kind of talked me out of doing workplace comp. I could have gotten workplace comp if I went to the... I didn't want to go to the doctor or anything because it was fine. It's... I'm alive. So... But no one cared as much as I wish they did at work, which was one of the catalysts for me quitting that job. So... I was like, huh. Perhaps have you heard what the lady next to you had said? If there's something you'd like to say, please share it with the court. Objection! What is the meaning of this? It's the delightful Englishwoman who's testifying at the moment. If you can't find fault with their testimony, then the cross-examination should be over immediately. Oh, is that how it works? Absolutely not. Huh? The detective is in the stand, which makes him a valid witness. Yes, not to mention the fact he's intimately involved in the case. Inspector Hosonaga. And then also one time, you know the security tags? The security tags that like you put through clothes that with like the pin. If you ever worked in clothing retail, you'll know what I'm talking about. But like, where they're like, it's a pin in them and the way to get it off is a magnet. I stepped on one of those once. That kind of hurt. I could have also gotten workplace comp. I didn't. That was at the grocery store, which I know they would have given me something, but it didn't really do anything. It didn't go all the way through my foot, thank God, but it did poke me, and it poked me pretty deeply, but not enough to bleed constantly, which is very nice. But, man, that was a weird one. At least when I fainted, I didn't feel the cut in my head. What I felt after the faint was, obviously it was like, I don't know what caused the fainting. I think it was because like I didn't eat. I was waiting for lunch to eat. And then I had to walk home after fainting too. But definitely the pin through my it went through the bottom of my shoe into my foot. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So Vans don't have a big sole. If something pokes straight through them, like a nail or something. Definitely that one hurt a little bit more. It was also like, I don't know, shocking. Inspector Hosonaga, yes. Do you have something to add in relation to the statement just made by Miss Brett? Sure. No? He's gonna lie. Well, yes, if you don't mind, I would like to speak. Why does she put the mask up? What is her little deal? The lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain. Which is why I, Satoru Hosonaga, always strive to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless. Because it's cunt. She is serving. What do you really mean by that? I will hydrate. I'm gonna do the Gatorade, the electrolytes, because I don't have a lot of electrolytes in my system. Her hat is a little too much, I think. A little hydrate and water. Feet on the ground. My feet are not on the ground. I mean, I guess it is camp. It is Hello Dolly, huh? Much more. You know what? I wouldn't personally wear it, but she looks good in it. I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. I'm not afraid to take everything I can from the scene of the crime. It's preserving evidence, you see. Mood. The bow is a lot. The bow is kind of funny. Oh, it ties in with the bow around her head, though. I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done. Why is this man... Was this man poisoned? Oh god, was he poisoned? A crime scene thief. Well, it looks like lady's remarks touched a nerve there. Take this, for example. Is it that? Big bird. Big birds on the trees. This is the bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim table on the day in question. Yes, it lost all of its fizz having been opened 3 days ago. But it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, there's some left in the bottle. I can see it. One day, our police force will be among the best in the world. The time is coming. I guarantee it. I'm not coughing like that. I can't say I condone the witness's actions, but I do understand the sentiment. They like to do evil lady that doesn't look evil at first, though. Ace Attorney does. When was the Black Plague? What time period was the Black Plague? Court will accept the glass of bottle of water as evidence. Carbonated water the victim and Miss Brett shared on the day of the murder. It was on the victim's table. Oh yeah, that was way before. Time is weird to me. Time, I don't like, you know, that might be the autism. I don't understand time sometimes. Miss Brett, can you confirm this is indeed the bottle from which you drank on the day of the victim's death? Yes, it was that bottle. That was the time of like tuberculosis. Also, Coke. Time is not real. Time isn't real. Tuberculosis, what like kills a lot of people. It still kills people. Especially these fucking people who don't want to vaccinate. Like, it killed a lot of fucking people. She seemed to— wait, is that what he has? Does he have tuberculosis? Oh my god. This man is dying of tuberculosis. The cop is dying of tuberculosis. She seemed to avert her eyes when she answered the question. What was the question? It was that bottle. Oh my god, we're dying. We're all gonna die. Oh god. Very well, counsel. You may resume the cross-examination. And the inspector will kindly control his fervor. He has tuberculosis. Alright, I think we need to look at the bottle. Examine. Yeah, he's been coughing up blood the whole time. The label's written in a foreign language that I don't recognize. Do you know what it says, Kazuma? I'm Kazuma. I'm Kazuma now. I think it's French. This must be very expensive water. What does it say? That's what I was asking. They go to France and ask. You could just say that you don't know. So this carbonated water is the last drink Dr. Wilson ever had. It looks like there's a little left in the bottle. You know, I've been sweating so much I'm absolutely parched. I'll just have a sip of this to keep me going. No, you can't do that. For one thing, that's evidence. You can't go drinking evidence. Oh no, you're right. We don't know what might be inside, do we? You never cease to amaze me. I wonder, could there be anything in this water? What's the matter? I think I might have just worked something out. An interesting possibility. How do we test the water? Can't find anything out of place. Pour it out. I think he died by poison. Either from the steak or from the water. Is it this? Or is that the lighting? Take a little sip to find out, right? We'll zoom in if there's something to look at. I won't have to be like, what was